Stupid camera. I need to get some decent video merging software. This will be in 2 parts. So anyway, the ship's following us is obviously, well, we check it out, it is a church security ship. And so we tell Magnan to punch it because it's gaining on us. And we take off. Now, something I had not realized, because I'm not a ship's guy, is that our little scout ship is outperforming what it should be capable of. The church security ship realizes that as well, and after they floor it and can't catch us, they call for assistance to the system defense boats that are out here. But they're far enough away that they're not going to be able to catch us before we reach the 10,000 light seconds so we can get out. We can jump out. I think it was Reynald, or no, it was Tajin who kind of noticed that, saying, hey, these guys are like out of place. So it's either a good thing or a potentially bad thing on who's influencing what. But we get to the envelope and jump out. And we make a couple of short jumps just to make sure nobody's following us to get out of the way before we actually go back to where the goblin is. So we end up with the goblin. Tajin, nosy guy. And short-tempered and ultra paranoid. I mean, I'll reach paranoid levels. I will. But he is way out there. But anyway, he wants to check out the goblin. And obviously we want to let everybody be familiar with it. So we dock up. We all go aboard, turn things on, get stuff run, let him have the run of the ship, checking things out. And he's snooping and that kind of thing. But he's having a pretty decent time, it looks like. I'm following around with him, to help answer questions and that kind of thing. Because not only is all this stuff in English and not Ranian, whatever language they speak, even to us, it's Martian. And even to that, it's not. It's from those non-Terran humans. So this is really alien. And some of the kind of interesting things about the ship itself is some ships can be configured for what's the word? Aeronautical maneuvers, so they can go into the atmosphere, that kind of thing. But most of the physics behind that is if you put a big enough engine on something, anything can fly. But this ship's not. This ship, the Goblin, is sleek, and it has control flaps on it and these different fins and things that a normal ship doesn't have. And inside, he comes out of the engine department just shaking his head. he cannot figure this thing out at all. It is completely alien. Okay, so we hang out. The standard week, we were figuring after a few days past that, a ship jumps in, identifies itself as the RQIII mining tender. They're here to do ship repairs, and they're looking for Dylnn. That's me. Hey guys, this is us. Thank you for showing up. Identify the ship. That's where they need to dock. They dock up to the Goblin. We go over. They come over. They'll say they have some cargo for us. So we put the cargo on the Marquis Revenge. That's the stuff that Dr. Dylnn got. And so the head repair guy is there, a couple of his guys, and this other dude that Reynald sees. And hey guys, look at this guy. He's not dressed like he's dressed better than everybody else. And look at his hands. He's not a worker. And at that, Tajin blows off and says, whatever it takes to get that guy off our ship, we'll do it. Oh, guys, what's going on? We need everybody here, or we can't do the repairs. That's part of the whole deal. And there was some miscommunication going on, but we all eventually come around to the fact that this guy is an engineer, not a mech, and he's there to help them redesign parts and pieces for stuff that they take off. Going, okay, we need to fix this. He designs parts and stuff like that. He's kind of an ass himself with his attitude. But we managed to work around that and lay the ground field. And after I see what he's actually doing, I go ahead and I share schematics of the ship and anything else that will help him. Obviously, it's not a language you can understand, but at least they got picture diagrams and stuff. Going, hey guys, like I said, the tech is the payment. I have no problem sharing this stuff. And he seems to come around a lot better after that. Go, okay, this will definitely help things go along. So hopefully we smooth some of that out. We also have an ECM capability on Marquis Revenge that's specifically designed to counter the Empire's, the Corellians' sensors and scanners. And so we bring that over to the Goblin and get that mounted in as well. One thing I didn't do is I didn't share that tech with them. That's something I'm thinking about going ahead to give to Dr. Dylnn once we get back and everything's moved. So, hey, Dr. Dylnn, something else we can share with you guys here in the RAND sector as a good faith effort on joining forces, anti-Corellian ECM. That should be worth something to them. And well, I don't think that will be enough to make that game change for the RAND guys. Say, okay, yeah, with this we can go ahead and do a rebellion. But I'm not sure. And actually, I don't want anything to happen until we can get our hands on the Kinnear. That's a ship we're actually after over here. Back to the CSA. After that, I think we can start sending communication and start doing something. But again, I don't know. Dr. Dylnn is sure that the Corellians are using the Stargate to bring in reinforcements and to how they got here in the first place. So they just kind of showed up. But I don't think we're going to be able to take control of the Stargate, and we don't think we want to destroy it. That may be a last-ditch effort. If we blow the Stargate, the Corellians can't show up anymore. But then, what do we lose with that? But that's for people way above my grade level, my pay grade. Okay, so after all the repairs are done, because they can only do so much, and he says that we can do more if we can get this to an actual shipyard. And these guys are from the Free Worlds. The Free Worlds is a separate organization from the Rand Empire. They had butt heads before, but the Rand Empire was never able to establish the offensive power enough to overtake the Free Worlds. So it's been kind of like a truce going on since then. So the Free Worlds are outside the Rand Empire, which is probably where we're going to need to start hanging out. Dr. Dylnn did mention that he's got assets on a planet out here in the Free Worlds area, and these repair guys, these Tricorath guys are all part of that Free Worlds stuff. So after the mission, we're going to go to Dr. Dylnn's place out here for one of the planets that he's got connections with, and maybe we can find a shipyard there and actually do repairs. That would be great. But able to do a lot for us here. And so we go ahead, and the Goblin doesn't have the storage that we would need to transfer all the stuff from the Marquis Revenge to it. So We figure out a way to slay the two ships. They're small enough that it shouldn't be much of an issue. Because the Tricorp guy says, hey, if you want, we can take your other ship back with us to our place to hang. And we put it in a hangar and let rest their stuff out here in space. And that's when we start talking. Oh, what about the stuff? Okay, we need both. Okay, we'll just slave them together and we'll take them both. So the Tricorp guys, they take off, and we set up and we jump to Omicron. It's a 10-planet system. Omicron 5 is the planet we're concerned about. 7 is the gas giant. At first, I'm thinking, well, if we jump in behind the gas giant, use it as a block for our jump signature, and then we can, burst and drift on into the planet. But then, bring up the fact that there are going to be Corellians here. Gas giant ships can repair by scooping hydrogen out of gas giants, and so there may be ship activity around that. So maybe that's not a good idea. So we go ahead and go all the way back. We jump behind 10, and we just kind of sit there, do some passive scans from the system, and then we go ahead and figure out how long will it take us to get to the planet, doing a burst and drift kind of thing, and Gene mentions, we are a stealth ship. we don't need to burst and drift. We can drive on in. So we figure out how long will it take us. Oh, as we're doing the scans, we get some data back. There are 2 ships. There is a space station around Omicron 5, and there are two Corellian ships stationed there. There's also a debris field that's in the orbit of Omicron 5, but it is stationary. So it's just sitting there, and Omicron 5 is coming up on. In fact, it'll hit it in 8 days. And we have picked up energy signatures inside the debris field. So we're thinking, okay, we'll fly on in to the debris field. As the planet comes through the debris field, we get opposite of the space station, and we drop in with whatever miniature meteorites come through, because the debris field is going to cause that kind of thing to happen. And I'm thinking, if there's any decent sized pieces of ship out there that we can get onto and access computer systems, that we can pull data from the battle itself. So we go in. We're in the debris field, outside of the space station. We go in, and there is a little ship putting around in there. Every time it's opposite the station of the planet, what's it called, eclipse kind of thing situation. Station's behind the planet. The little ship moves around doing stuff. So we station ourselves in parallel and laser comm right to the ship. Hey, what are you guys doing? What are you looking for? Have you come across any computer cores? Because that's what I'm interested in, data stuff. And they freak out. Just a couple of miners. One guy's a dope head. The other guy seems to have his head on straight. And so there's some communication back and forth. So they have some computer cores. We got 6, it turns out, in the end. So after we establish communication, we're not here to we just want some information. We don't care what else they're looking for. So we go ahead and dock with their ship. They want 30,000 credits for the information on their computer cores, and there's 6 of them. $5,000 a piece. I don't think that's an issue. So I say, sure, yeah, we'll do it. And we gather up the computer cores, start transferring data. They write up, how are we going to pay? I ask, how are we going to pay you for this? Because I don't carry 30,000 credits in cash in my pocket. And so they're trying to figure something out. And I thought, oh, shoot, these guys are from the free worlds. We could set up a cash deposit transition through the Tricorp guys. And so I asked if they're familiar with Tricorp, and they go, well, yeah, that'll work. So they write up a contract for 30,000 credits from the Tricorath Corporation, or Mining Consortium, or whatever they're called. Payable for the 3,000 credits, and specifically say in reference to me, but I want to make sure that I'm in there, so that the Tricorath guys know that somebody else is going to ante up for this. And we download all the data, and then while we're there, they got Nova guns, they've got weapon consoles. I've got computer cores and that kind of stuff, but also in the back they have this alien fighter, and that piques the interest of Tajin. We asked about it, and he goes over, and the guy says, "It's a Katori, the cat people, one of those guys' fighters." And so they go get inside, sit around, and see that this is made for somebody much bigger than I am. My arms don't reach, and the finger things are big and long, that kind of deal. So we get some information back on how big these Katori guys really are, which is helpful. The solar orbit of Omicron 5 is 107 days. 100 days? Oh, yeah. But anyway, in 7 days, we're going to merge. So we've got time just to kill where we're talking. I'm downloading, going through the data. Once I'm alone, I asked Jean if she can help me go sort through it, looking for anything. There's nothing specific about the Kinnear, but she can, or we can go through the data and try and figure something out about what may have happened here and that kind of thing. So I asked her if she would mind doing that when she's not busy doing something else. She made some comments about doing her nails or her hair. Something else we noticed, that these guys have a lot of stuff in their ship, and they've apparently been doing this for a long time. But they physically haven't been here that long, based upon their sanitary state. They've always been here for a while, but not that long. And so we asked them, what's their trick? How are they getting stuff in and out of the system with the Corellians here? And one of the guys says, well, the tender comes every 50 days. As soon as the planet is on the south side of the sun, they just come in, get our stuff, and we keep working. And that makes sense because the debris field is fairly stable. It's not moving, and so the planet's out of the way. They're on the side of the sun. This leaves this side of the system completely open. So, but that means that somebody, these guys, have been running stuff back and forth, and they know what's going on here. So I may need to try to contact them on the outside if I can't get anything out of these data cores. Okay, so we set up opposite the space station, planet fall with the debris field. We do some passive scans of the planet. There's a handful of the Katori settlements. There's no tech down there. There does not seem to be any kind of permanent Corellian presence because there's no energy signatures, that kind of thing. We're doing a scan of the vegetation and stuff, and so I'm asking Jean, based upon what we're looking for this substance to combat the drug stuff, there's literally thousands of lives here. Where do we land? And she makes this. For me, it's hydrographics. Land, water, sand. Tide forms and stuff like that. But there's probably this similar sort of thing for land vegetation and other stuff. And so she makes this map, and I bring it out. Okay, guys, where do we land? I'm not a ship's guy. That's my new phrase. I'm not a ship's guy. And they're looking at it, and one of the guys, in fact, I think it's Reynald, who knows about this kind of stuff, is really impressed. that says, "Hey, you did a very impressive job here, Dylnn." It's not me; it's the impressive ship. And we set up, and we're getting ready to make land and fall. They picked a spot. And personal log. All in all, it was a great session. A lot of information flow, a little bit of role play. Thankfully, no combat. One thing, because I know I got a list of stuff that I wanted to get from Dr. Dylnn. I know everybody else has got stuff they want to get. We need to merge all that stuff together and put it into some kind of database for the GM so he knows, okay, this is stuff you guys ordered. Plus, there's stuff on there that I want to say I personally want to keep, so I'll buy it. The 50,000 credits Dr. Dylnn gave us for the low planning. Oh, another thing that happened I forgot to mention. No, Dylnn forgot to mention is a news report went out about a discovered lost colony planet. The church has been compromised, which we knew, and that information is getting out. So things are happening, sector wide that we need to try and keep an eye on. But the stupid Black Sun and Iron Wind guys, it's going to get nasty. Happy gaming.